And my question is around motivation, but in a different setup. We are facing a huge challenge with the new generation of education. We are having huge issues trying to motivate our kids, to get into studying and dedicating time to things that actually hopefully are going to be their passions for the years to come, and they could drive us, to better places. But it's very hard, our civilization is struggling with motivating these kids right now. Do you have any ideas? Have you been working around any of these areas? You have any hints or expectations around this? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so let me give you two answers. The first answer is that I'm a part of a group in Israel that is working only with the Israeli government on all kinds of projects. And one of the projects that they gave us was to try and get kids, but mostly girls, into computer science. And they have this class. It's a 6 weeks class to study computer science light. And they said, please take this class and digitize it so we can give it to everybody. And this class is something that everybody does. Google does it, and Microsoft does it, and Facebook, they all teach that class. And they asked me to take this class, they asked us to take this class and to digitize it so they can do it in a large scale. But before I digitize it, I said, let me first of all test to see if it works. Is giving this 6 weeks class to kids, does it make it more likely they'll go and study computer science in high school? So what do you think the answer is? Does it help or not?
I don't know. Actually, I could say it might help something, but not really.
So what it did was it had zero effect on boys, and it had a negative effect on girls.
Oh. Wow.
After these 6 weeks of computer science light class, girls were less likely to want to study computer science. Now, it's a very strange result.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. So I tried it again. The same result again. So then we started looking for why. And when I'll give you the reason, it will look trivial, but it took us a while to figure it out. And what we found out is that the first 6 weeks of computer science are incredibly boring. All you learn is how to move a turtle on the screen.
Yeah.
Something like this. And at the end of these 6 weeks, the girls say, I can do it, but what kind of a job is this? Who wants to move a turtle on the screen? So what happened is the class is improving their efficacy, their feeling of ability, but it decreases their perception of the meaning of this occupation.
Yep.
So what did we do? We went and we filmed videos of young kids, young people, but particularly young women, who are doing computer science and health, computer science and design, computer science and we took 100,000, slightly more than 100,000 kids, all the kids who were finishing middle school and were going to go to high school, and we forced them, as they were going to sign to high school, to go through our system and look at these videos. And we increased the number of boys who were going to study things with computer science, but we increased dramatically the number of girls. And why? Because at this age, maybe even later too, the girls are looking for something meaningful. And the barrier, every time we look at the behavior, we need to ask ourselves, what is holding people back? So when we think about the education system, I think one thing we need to ask ourselves is, what's holding kids back? And maybe, I look at these results and I am in awe. I say these kids, the end of middle school, the end of 9th grade, and the girls in that case are already looking for a meaningful job. That's an incredible maturity. on their part, right? It's amazing. Like, I don't know about you at 9th grade, but I wasn't thinking about anything meaningful. So maybe what we need to figure out is not to say they're not motivated, but maybe it's our job to say these kids see lots of problems in the world, and what we need to do is to help them figure out how education is relevant to the things that I might want to achieve, and maybe studying trigonometry for trigonometry's sake is not enough, but maybe it's okay. Maybe they're looking for other motivation, and it's our job to provide it. So that's the first thing, the first answer. The second answer is that, when I look at the education system, I think it has much less autonomy for everybody. So in the US, we have this terrible law called the No Child Left Behind. And it's an attempt to regulate the education system. And it basically means all teachers have to teach the same things to all classes, and we teach to the test. And maybe it's okay on average, but it's probably not okay for almost any teacher with any particular classroom. And in general, a lot of our approach in modern society has been to regulate and organize and take motivation out of the equation and try to create rules for everything. And that's not a system, I don't know how it is there, but in much of the world, it's the people that are trying to manage top-down, and they tell the teachers exactly what to teach, and they tell the students exactly what to study. And all of a sudden, the study has no goal. It's basically to pass a test. And what we're doing with a lot of those things is we're basically changing people from being intrinsically motivated to being extrinsically motivated. So from having a fire inside to doing what you have to do because that's the rules and that's what you have to do. And I think in this process of trying to regulate and organize and equate and standardize and reward and control, we're actually taking away passion. And for me, the real issue with education is, yes, everybody needs to read and write at a certain level to be a good citizen in society. Everybody has to understand some statistics and some logic. But beyond that, it's really an exercise of finding your passion. And we're too much in a production factory mindset. By the way, it's not just in education, we're the same thing in health, in all kinds of other things. I think we're letting lawyers rule. I hope there are not too many lawyers in this.
Well, we might in fact, so.
But that I think is the issue, that it's not our kids who are the problem. It's that we're creating a system that is almost designed to be a control system rather than a motivational system.
Yep. No, I'm sure you're right. Actually, I'm sure they're not the problem here. So certainly, you give us first what you're saying. Once you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense, and certainly give us a lot of things to think, and actually a lot of potential ways to act, which is amazing for driving these changes. So the last thing I wanna do is I wanna ask this crowd here to give a cheer to our amazing presenter.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for all the effort you have done to join us. Thank you so much. And Pablo, I'm not sure we have seen each other yet. So thank you so much.